Talk to fluency from beginner to fluent.
Take your English skills to the next level.
Ever feel like there's just, well, an ocean of information out there, but you just want the clearest, most valuable currents to navigate?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what we're here for today on the Deep Dive.
That's the idea.
Especially for you, our listener, if you want to master the art of describing your productive days in English, we're diving deep, real deep, into the natural expressions, the vocabulary, all this stuff that will elevate your speaking skills, make you sound, truly fluent and confident.
That's absolutely right. Our mission today really is to give you a kind of shortcut, not just to new words, but to understanding how native speakers genuinely use them.
Right.
You get those aha moments, hopefully, that make learning stick.
Yeah.
It really transforms how you talk about your daily routines, your achievement.
It's moving beyond just textbook English, isn't it?
Exactly. And really sounding like yourself, more natural.
Absolutely. So whether you're aiming for maybe a more natural flow in a work meeting or just a casual chat with friends.
We're just feeling more comfortable.
Yeah. Just want to feel more at home in English? This deep dive is pretty much custom made for you. We're going to unpack the language of a productive day, from that first cup of coffee right through to the satisfaction at the end.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get into it. So we've all had those mornings, right, where you just feel like you're ready to conquer the world.
Definitely.
But how do we actually describe that feeling of hitting the ground running in English with all the right nuances?
Yeah, it's interesting. What's fascinating here is the subtlety, how we describe the very start of the day. You'll often hear bright and early.
Right, bright and early.
Which paints a really positive picture.
Yeah.
It suggests you're up, sun's maybe just beginning to shine.
Yeah.
Gives a really optimistic tone.
That word bright does a lot there.
It really does add that feeling of readiness, positivity. Now, you could contrast that with, say, at the crack of dawn.
Okay.
Which also means very early, maybe 5:30, 6 a.m., something like that. But it often carries a slightly more serious or maybe arduous connotation.
Like it was a bit of a struggle.
Perhaps. Or just emphasizes how very early it is. Like it's a challenge to be up then. It's really about that precise moment the morning light first appears.
That distinction is super helpful. I've often wondered, if one is better than the other sometimes.
Context matters, yeah.
So bright and early for a cheerful start. Got it. And after you're up, what's next? Breakfast, usually for me. But I've noticed people say make a quick breakfast more often than make a fast breakfast. Why is that? Is there a reason?
Oh, you're spot on to notice that, yeah. While fast isn't strictly wrong.
It just sounds a bit odd.
It does. Make myself a quick breakfast just sounds far more natural, much more common in spoken English. Quick generally implies something taking a little time.
Okay.
Whereas fast often refers more to like speed of movement. Think fast car, run fast.
Right.
For a meal, quick is simply the more idiomatic choice. It flows better. And that flow is key to sounding natural, isn't it?
Definitely. And once that quick breakfast is done, the day really kicks off. What's a strong way to talk about jumping into your tasks?
That's when you tackle my to-do list.
Tackle. I like that.
Yeah, the word tackle here implies confronting something, directly, with determination.
Like a big challenge.
Exactly. Think of a big, challenging task or problem. You're not just starting it, you're taking it on. It's a very active, confident verb for approaching your work.
It's funny, when we talk about routines, sometimes I hear people say, I'll usually get up, instead of just, I usually get up.
Yes.
What's that subtle difference? It sounds so much more natural sometimes.
This is such an important point. It really highlights how we speak versus how we might learn in a textbook.
Right. Textbooks say simple present for routines.
Correct. And that is correct.
Yeah.
But using I'll, the contraction of I will, is incredibly common in spoken English for describing typical routine actions.
So it doesn't mean future tense here.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
It's more like it signifies that this is something you typically do. It adds a slight emphasis, almost a storytelling flow, like you're walking someone through your routine.
Oh, okay.
It just sounds more conversational, more engaging. And mastering that subtle difference, that's a huge step in sounding fluent.
So it's about understanding these little nuances, these common uses. You're not just learning words.
No.
You're learning the rhythm, the natural flow of English. How to sound like a native speaker, not just speak correctly.
Precisely.
Okay, so we've covered the actions, getting started. But what about the mental side? The mindset. How do native speakers describe getting into that focused zone. Because for me, a truly productive day often starts up here.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where some really powerful adjectives come into play. You want to be clear-headed,
Clear-headed.
meaning you're able to think clearly, focus, solve problems, no mental fog, no distractions clouding your mind. Your mind is just ready to engage.
Ready to go.
Exactly. And then there's laser-focused.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah. Think of a laser beam, incredibly accurate, precise.
Right.
When someone is laser-focused, they have this single-minded concentration on a task, often for a good chunk of time. It implies really deep, uninterrupted focus.
Which your research shows is key, right?
Absolutely crucial for truly productive output. It's like nothing else enters their brain except what they need to do next. And both of these terms, clear-headed and laser-focused, they have very positive connotations for productivity.
And if you wake up feeling that way, clear-headed, laser-focused, it really does something positive for your whole day, doesn't it? Sets you up.
It absolutely sets the tone for the day. That's the perfect phrase.
That's the tone.
Yeah, it means that an initial mood, or maybe an action, influences everything that follows.
Yeah.
If you start your morning with that mental clarity, that intense focus,
It carries through.
that positive beginning is really likely to continue. It leads to sustained good mood, sustained productivity throughout the day. It's like a domino effect, genuinely. One good start can carry you through.
Makes sense. Now, for many people, the goal of productivity is all about getting things done efficiently. How do we express that drive, that focus on efficiency?
Well, you'll often hear something like, my focus is on getting things done efficiently. Getting things done, that's a general phrase, but very common. It just means accomplishing tasks, whatever they might be.
Right, just ticking things off.
Exactly. And efficiently means doing it with the least amount of wasted time or effort or resources. It's all about optimizing your process.
And to really sort of nail that efficiency, I guess staying on track and avoiding distractions are non-negotiable, right?
Yes, definitely.
Like the siren call of social media, for instance.
Exactly. That's a big one. So stay on track. It uses the analogy of a train, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You're maintaining your focus, not veering off course. If a train goes off the track, well,
it's chaos.
right. It highlights the importance of keeping a straight line towards your goal. And avoid distractions, that's more deliberate. It's a proactive action.
You're actively choosing.
You're actively choosing to steer clear of anything that might pull your attention away. Whether it's your phone buzzing or, a chatty colleague, it's about making a conscious choice for your focus.
As listeners, think about how you can use phrases like laser-focused or sets the tone, not just reading them, but saying them. Try describing your own work habits out loud using these. That's how you really integrate them, make them part of your spoken English.
Good advice. Practice is key.
Okay, so you're clear-headed, you're focused. Now, what about the actual doing? Getting through the tasks. How do native speakers talk about organizing and working through their to-do lists, especially when the day really gets going?
Right. This is where personal habits really come into it. You might say something like, I do have a habit of writing myself a to-do list.
That emphasis on do is interesting.
Yeah, the do here is a really neat grammatical point, actually. It adds emphasis. It asserts that, despite anything else, this habit is something you consistently do.
Like, I really do this.
Exactly. It clarifies that the action is definite.
Right.
And writing myself a to-do list just highlights it's for your personal use, your own organization.
Makes sense. And once that list is ready, those powerful idioms for starting strong. We hear, hit the ground running.
I mentioned that one, yeah.
And get off to a good start. What's the nuance there for those immediate, strong beginnings?
Well, hit the ground running is fantastic, so active. It means you start easily, immediately, no time wasted. You arrive, sit down, and boom, instantly productive. No warm-up needed.
Right into it.
Exactly. Get off to a good start is similar. It means starting well, starting quickly, setting a positive trajectory for whatever you're doing.
And you can have a bad start too, right?
You can. So saying a good start specifically implies success right from the outset.
But what happens when you hit a snag, when you get a little stuck? I know I've definitely been there,
Yeah.
staring at the screen.
Oh, absolutely. It's a very common experience. To get a little stuck means you're just not moving forward. Maybe you're distracted. Maybe you're just staring at the same sentence.
Brain fog hits.
Yeah. And adding a little, that softens it, doesn't it? Softens the negative connotation, makes it sound less serious, less final.
Yeah, not a total roadblock.
Exactly. And when that happens, a really practical strategy is organizing my list into high priority and low priority.
Ah, the prioritization matrix.
Basically, yeah, it means identifying your most critical tasks, those high priority items that must get done, usually first, and separating them from the low priority ones that are less urgent. It just clarifies what needs doing immediately and helps you sort of unstick yourself.
That makes sense. Get a quick win with a high priority item, maybe.
Could be, or just seeing it clearly helps.
And once you start, it's all about building momentum, isn't it? Like that snowball rolling downhill analogy.
Exactly. You want to build up some momentum.
Yeah.
Momentum is like speed that gets faster and faster.
Right.
Like that snowball, completing one task makes you feel good.
Right.
That energizes you to do the next one. You're building up that energy, that willingness to keep going.
And when you're really going well.
When you're consistently doing well, succeeding task after task, you're on a roll.
On a roll. Love that phrase.
It's a great one. It really conveys that feeling of continuous success, motivation. It's a fantastic feeling to describe when you're just flying through your work.
And there's nothing quite like the feeling of actually crossing things off or checking things off your list, is there? It's so satisfying.
Oh, it truly is. Crossing things off, checking things off, both common ways to mark tasks as complete. And the act itself feels satisfying.
Definitely.
Brings happiness, a sense of accomplishment. And that satisfaction, in turn, keeps me motivated. It pushes you to tackle the next item.
I know people who add easy things they already did just to cross them off.
Yes, I know people like that too. It gives you that immediate satisfaction boost, kickstarts the momentum. It's a small trick, but it can be really effective.
So then you might dive into your tasks. What's the nuance there compared to just, say, start?
Good question. Dive into tasks, or even get into tasks.
Get into tasks.
Yeah. They feel more active, more dynamic than just start, especially in a professional context. It suggests a kind of enthusiastic, direct approach, like you're fully immersing yourself.
Not just dipping a toe in.
Exactly. You're not just starting, you're really getting into it.
Right.
Often tackling them, perhaps one by one, for focus and efficiency.
Right.
And practicing these phrasal verbs, these idioms like on a roll or dive into, that's what will make your English sound so much more natural, more fluent.
Yeah.
It's about moving beyond just the basic verbs to really express the action, the feeling. Helps your English flow more effortlessly.
Absolutely. So, okay, you've tackled your list, you're hopefully on a roll, and now the day is starting to wind down. How do we talk about that feeling of achievement, that sense of, okay, I did well today?
Well, when you successfully complete something, maybe something difficult, next to your skills or good management, you can say you managed to accomplish
I
it.
managed to accomplish.
Yeah.
Nice.
And when you feel you've used your time really well, as best as possible, maximize your opportunities, you can say you've made the most of the day.
I like that one. Made the most of the day.
Yeah, and it isn't just for work. Could be after a great day sightseeing on holiday too. It just means you really optimized your time and efforts.
And when you've managed all that, you feel accomplished, right? That's the core feeling, though. I feel like native speakers sometimes soften that pride a bit.
Yes, exactly. You might say you feel pretty accomplished.
Pretty accomplished.
Adding pretty here can add just a touch of humbleness, a slight softening. You're still clearly conveying your pride in the achievement.
But not bragging.
Right. You're proud,
Yeah.
but maybe not shouting it from the rooftops. Just acknowledging a job well done, feeling good about it.
But what if? What if you didn't check everything off? There's such a real tendency these days to feel guilty, isn't there? I know I fall into that trap sometimes.
Oh, unfortunately, yes.
Right.
It's very common. Many people feel too guilty if every single little item on their to-do list isn't finished by 5 p.m.
Yeah, the pressure is real.
It really reflects a kind of modern self-pressure, doesn't it? To be constantly visibly productive. But a practical solution, a healthier approach, is simply to schedule it for the next day.
Just move it over.
Yeah. Plan a specific time for its completion tomorrow. It removes the immediate pressure, removes the guilt. It's about being pragmatic, realistic, not self-critical.
Good advice. Finally, after a day of hopefully feeling pretty accomplished, it's time to relax. What's the perfect phrase for that transition? From focused work to just chilling out.
That's when you wind down.
Wind down.
Yeah. It means to slow down, calm down, relax after work or any kind of intense activity. It's the perfect way to describe that gradual transition towards peace and rest, contrasting with the energy of the productive day.
Nice contrast with wind up, which means get annoyed.
Exactly. Very different meaning. You want to wind down.
And that feeling of ease, that ability to wind down, often comes from knowing you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Ah, yes. Set out to do something. That means you started with a specific goal, a target in mind.
Right?
So when you feel you've accomplished what you set out to do, it brings this deep sense of completion, of satisfaction to your day's efforts. Because you met your own objectives.
You planned it. You did it.
And now you can relax. Job done.
Wow. Okay, that was a truly productive deep dive into the language of productivity. I feel like we accomplished a lot.
We did cover a lot of ground.
We've gone from waking up bright and early all the way to winding down after having made the most of the day, and hopefully expanded your English-speaking toolkit along the way.
Yeah. The real power now, though, is in using these phrases, right? Not just understanding them.
Absolutely.
So remember, knowledge is most valuable when it's applied. Think about it. Which phrase resonated most with you today? Which one felt like, I could use that?
Good question for our listeners.
How will you use it? Maybe to describe your next productive day, or even your approach to learning English itself.
Yeah.
Take one or two, maybe just one,
Yeah.
and actively try to weave it into a conversation, even if it's just practicing it out loud to yourself first.
Exactly. Think about how integrating these natural expressions can make your English feel less like something you learn from a textbook and more like a vibrant, living language. Because it is. The more you use it, the more it becomes yours.
Yeah.
And the more fluent, the more confident you'll feel when you speak.
Well said.
See you later in Talk to Fluency. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye.
Talk to Fluency from beginner to fluent.
Take your English skills to the next level.